Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be reviewing the Animorph series, which is created by K.A. Applegate. And just to give you a brief summary, it is a super long series. It's 62 books total. There are like 50 something books in the series, and then there's lots of side books which do add on to the series. Alright, so to give y'all a brief overview of what the series is about, it is about an invasion that is happening on the planet Earth. The Yeerks have landed and they are slowly taking over Earth, and the way that they do it is that they're small little slugs and they enter your brain through your ear and they take complete control of everything about you. They control what you say, what you see, what you do. You could look through your eyes, but if you want to warn someone, if you want to tell someone about this invasion, you can't, because they have complete control. And it is a silent invasion that is going on, but luckily we got 5 kids and 1 Andalite fighting for us. And the way that this happened is that there was a spaceship up in space. It crash landed, and these 5 kids were just walking along minding their own business, and they meet this alien, which is an Andalite. And they have been fighting the Yeerks for about a few years now, if not hundreds of years. It's like a long history they've had going at it. And Elfangor gives these kids the power to morph. And so this is how the kids are going to fight the Yeerks. This is how the kids are going to try to save planet Earth. And the power to morph, the way that they use it is, you see an animal, you have to touch it, acquires DNA pattern, and then that sticks with you forever. You are that animal whenever you want to be. So if I wanted to transform into a zebra, a penguin, a grizzly, as long as I've touched them and I acquired them, I could do that. There is one little warning that comes with this power, and that is you can only stay in a morph for 2 hours. If you stay in longer than that, then you are stuck as that animal and you cannot morph into anything else. So that is the brief summary of what this series is about. Each book will talk about, it switches characters, and it's going to go through something that they're struggling with, such as Cassie, who is this earth-loving, animal-loving person, and she's just the sweetest thing, doesn't want to hurt anyone, but there's conflicts and she has to make decisions. And then there's Marco, the sarcastic kid who loves to have a laugh, likes to be the funny one in the group, but he is struggling with some issues which I don't want to reveal because you guys have to read the book. And then there's Rachel, who is this fierce warrior. She is just a complete, I hate to say this, watch your ears, badass. And you know, she gives off this presentation of being strong, but there's times when she can't be strong. She has to play this role because everyone's depending on her. And then there's Jake, the team leader, who, you know, he makes the decisions, but when things go wrong, he starts blaming himself. So there's all these characters, and they add into the mix, and each book is about a different character, what they're struggling with. It's about a different mission, trying to fight off these Yeerks. The things I love about this book, you know, is made for young adults such as teenagers, probably like 12 or 10-year-olds as well. But the thing that I love about this book is that it presents a dilemma. You know, these kids are trying to do what's right, trying to do what's good, but they're battling with conflict. And you know, most kids, they struggle with, should I do the right thing? Should I not? Oh, I didn't do anything. I should have done this. And you know, it's just a good book that has that conflict going on, and you see the consequences of those actions. I can't say that word, guys. I feel like K.A. Applegate is trying to tell you, like, don't be afraid to stand up. Don't be afraid to fight for what you believe in. Don't be afraid to fight for what you love. And I feel like it comes across in this book. Like, it feels empowering sometimes, which is kind of weird, but you know, she's trying to teach that you're not too young to make a difference. And that is what I like about the series. Another good thing about the books is that there's such a quick read. You know, there's like 62 books, But if you think about it, the print on the page is not what you would expect for some like adult version book. It's a quick read. It's only about 150 pages per book, unless it's one of the side series, which is about 250. So it's really not that hard to read. The only downside to the book that I absolutely hate is that, let's say you read the first 5 books in the series, the 6th book is gonna be talking about, we previously met this person because of this, or this happened because of this. They just reflect too much on the other things that happen, which I guess that's good if you just jumped into the series, but for us who have been reading it since book 1, it just gets kind of boring, and it's like, okay, that's just a waste of space. Another thing that I hate about the books is that when the kids morph, it doesn't matter what they morph into, it's just sometimes very detailed, like, my arm started extending, my legs got bowed, the bones are disappearing, or the grinding. It's very gross, and you know, the author is trying to give off this image like it's disgusting, but sometimes it's just too detailed and it's too long, and to be honest, it's boring. The things I wish that the author would have added into the book is many times the end of the book, the last few chapters are reflecting on the things that are happening. You know, the beginning, they have the goal, they're gonna do this. At the end of doing this goal, they're fighting, and it's just a brief overview. Like, sometimes where she lacks detail, I feel like she can add detail. And you know, you gotta be very creative, which as a kid and as an adult, I was very creative. I still am. It's just, if you can't visualize this stuff, but I feel like most readers can, but if you can't visualize it, I don't think you're gonna get a kick out of this book. As far as if I would recommend this book to others, more than likely it's gonna be a no. And the reason why is because as a kid, I love the series. Like, I would recommend reading it for kids, you know. It's a quick read. You just have to visualize, and if you're very creative, imaginative, and if you could take yourself to other worlds, then it's going to be a great book for you. You're going to love it, which I loved. As an adult, though, I don't really enjoy the series anymore. You know, sometimes it's just too tiresome, sometimes it's very boring. There's a few books in the series that I like, there's a few characters that I like, but it's just this repetitiveness that is getting, it's just boring me, to be honest. And sometimes a lack of detail, like, you know, I'm an adult now, I want to read more, I want to get a lot more info from that book, but instead I find myself visualizing as if I was still a kid. And which I understand, this book is not created for adults, it's more for like kids, but that's what I would have to say. I would recommend it for kids, but for adults, no. So another thing I love about the book is that I feel like it empowers you. Alright guys, so that's it for today. I hope that y'all like this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe, and I am gonna make new videos. It's been a while, but I'm reading some good books and I want to share that with y'all. And real quick, if you guys got any recommendations, feel free to leave them down below. I'm always looking for a good book to read, and if y'all know any, feel free to share. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.